actually come from a family of martial artists. Both my parents were Taekwondo and karate, and my dad was also an American kickboxer. And the second he saw Jiu Jitsu, he realized how insignificant the training that he did was, and how one-sided a fight could be when you have significant knowledge of how to work the ground game. So after a few UFC, like I think by UFC 3, he had already decided that my son had to do Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. The internet really wasn't popular yet, and not a lot of small companies had their websites. So we were walking around Walmart and we saw somebody with an Eat Sleep Jiu Jitsu shirt on, and we ran them down and started asking them all sorts of questions. In a small layoff in my Jiu Jitsu, I was a fresh parent and had a small child, and I didn't quite have time to make it to the gym all the time. And a friend of mine wanted to learn, and he said, you know, we could put mats in your backyard, and we can start doing lessons. That way you're close to home, and if the wife needs you to help with the baby, then you'll be able to come over and help out. So we had this little 10x10 shed, and we laid a 10x10 mat inside and started lessons. That was about 5 years ago. We started with Ty, and then there was Otto, and then Josiah, and Derek, and Pat, and Cody, and JR, and then the list just kept going until we had about 11 guys training out of this 10x10 room. And we decided that we were going to kind of make a jump for it and see if we could find a place, a little bigger, more commercial location, and just see where things took us. We found a bigger barn in New Caney, Texas. It was just a steel frame building, no insulation, but we made it our home. After that, we got an opportunity to go inside a fitness gym and really kind of spread our wings. And when we moved into Conroe and set up inside Fit Gym, that's where things really opened up for us. Fit Gym was sold out from underneath us, and they gave us 15 days to relocate. Luckily, we were able to find just the right place, and once again, things opened up for us even a little wider. And I don't know if you can't see it here, but we've got plenty of space to grow into, and more and more people keep showing up to the family. I try to get around as much as I can competing. I've competed 9 times this year so far. Mixed results, but you know, that's what it's about. Win or lose, we go out there and we put it on the line and see what we know. For competition, for me, it's really to see where I'm at. I want to find the holes in my game, and I do want to show that you can go out there and you can compete and win or lose. You can go out there and learn something about yourself and about your game, and have fun at the same time. You don't have to win to have fun in competition. Actually, I started Jiu Jitsu because I was getting picked on. I got picked on real bad. I didn't have a lot of self-confidence. I knew that I could strike and I could punch and kick, but I didn't want to hurt anybody. What I liked about Jiu Jitsu is that I could control the situation without having to strike somebody. So I heard a good quote. I don't remember which black belt said it, but Jiu Jitsu was designed to neutralize aggression and not promote it. And I didn't want to have to pound somebody's face in to prove my point. So Jiu Jitsu was good for me. And the fact that I was 125 pounds and 15 years old and training with full-grown men gave me tons of confidence walking through a high school, knowing that I could more than likely defend myself against anybody in my grade, not even depending on size, but regardless of how big or strong they were nowhere as strong or as big as the grown men that I was training with. I've seen a lot of, I guess for lack of a better term, uptight people who never saw themselves doing anything remotely like Jiu Jitsu come in here and really loosen up and meet a lot of good people, and the people around them tend to bring out a better person. So we have this phrase here, this proverb we use, it's iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. So the character of the people around you are going to improve you as long as they're of caliber, strong enough iron, so to speak. There's an old saying that the personality of a school trickles down from the top. So that, in a nutshell, is my personality, and I tend to attract like-minded individuals. And even if they come in with rough edges, if they stay here long enough, they become smooth, like river stones. So as long as you keep that positive, uplifting atmosphere, it will become the tone across the whole room. If they've been thinking about Jiu Jitsu, by the time they started, they'll wish they would have started the year before. So my words of advice or encouragement to anybody who's teetering on the fence of, should I try martial arts? What's it going to be like? just take a leap of faith and jump out there and try something new. It doesn't have to be jiu-jitsu, although I strongly recommend it. But there's a whole lot that they can learn about themselves by doing martial arts, things that they didn't know they were capable of. And it's a really uplifting thing to learn something like this, to be able to protect yourself, and the people that you meet through the journey of jiu-jitsu become lifelong friends. Jiu-jitsu is a lifestyle, and it really kind of pulls you up higher. I have to thank my dad. My dad was a black belt, and he pushed me to go out and get mine. Unfortunately, well, I guess fortunately, I chose the hardest thing ever to get a black belt in. So it took me about 11 years of hard work to get my black belt. I was gone for about 3 of those years, but I still came in whenever I could, but it wasn't a consistent schedule. But yeah, I definitely have to thank my dad, my mom also for pushing me. She was also a martial artist. And obviously the wife and kids for putting up with me for, chasing this dream.